Good morning. Welcome back to our little shop. Today we're going to be working on an amplifier for my southern friends. A lot of the people that know me pretty well know that I believe that the JCM 850 watt amps were actually the best classic rock amps made at the time. It's actually one of my favorites. This one's going to get a complete rebuild. It's going to get a healthy dose of Southern California transformers, some German capacitors, some Slovakian tubes, and a couple little mods that I've come up with. So we're going to tear this down and get at it. So we are actually duplicating the first amplifier I did for him. We went through several stages of mods and transformation of the original amplifier, and this is going to be a second one. I've got my own little mod here for the whole thing. It's been referred to as a street map with cul-de-sacs and dead-end streets, but anyway. So anyway, we're going to get on with this. We're going to start tearing things down more. Caps are going to go first, transformers, then we're going to do my mods. So away we go. Another quick little thing I want to mention here is this customer bought this amplifier and sent it here directly. He'd never tried to use it, which is probably a good thing. I actually found when I was doing my look over that it had the wrong fuses in it, where there's supposed to be a 500 milliamp fuse for the high tension fuse, had a 2 amp in it, and where the regular mains fuse is supposed to be a 3 amp, it had a 5 in it. So we could have had a little fire there. Looks like there's been a couple of issues with the amp to start with. So again, I'm going to reiterate, I always tell all my friends, as soon as they buy a used amplifier, first thing you do without fail is pull the fuses and make sure that it doesn't have something stupid in it for fuses. So okay, moving on. We have a very low output signal, and as it turned out to be, we have some bad soldered connections here on this tube socket. So we're going to take care of that. This I'm very curious about. This is R14. It's got a big heavy jumper on it. I can't find it on any of the schematics. This is a very early 800. So I'm going to have to do a little digging here, figure out what that is and what they've done there. So, okay, on with the show. Yeah. Caps are in, transformers are off. Chassis looks a little bare, doesn't it? It's going to give me a good chance to clean this chassis up a little bit. We've got about an hour and a half in at this point. Alright. We're all finished. We have our Mercury transformers. We have our new capacitors. We have a new set of JJ E34L tubes. We've got 3 new preamp tubes. So there's this side. Let's flip it over. As far as the mods go, I've changed resistor here on the input. I've rendered the low sensitivity input useless. I've disconnected it. Always the weak spot in these amps. I've changed a resistor here. I've changed a resistor and a cap over here. In the tone stack, I've changed a capacitor here and a resistor here. We had to change a resistor over here in the bias circuit to get the bias voltage to be high enough to bias up properly. And I've done a very intense lead dress here to get the noises out of the amplifier. It's very stable, very quiet. It may look like a mess, but it's actually organized chaos. So there we have it. A modified 800 up and running. All I have to do is bolt this back up, pack it up, and get it on a brown truck back to the south. For those of you that have been wanting to hear sound clips of some of the stuff I've been doing, my reason for not is, one, there's so much stuff in this shop that everything rattles. I actually did a volume pedal video the other day, and the microphone in the camera here was distorted just by my little Bronco. So that's one of the reasons we don't do the sound clips. If you want to hear what this amplifier sounds like, just think AC/DC. Okay. It's a little snappier. The mods made it just a little bit snappier. I've smoothed it out a little bit. You know, videoing the sound of this amplifier in the shop would not do it justice. So there we go. I'm going to pack it up and get it ready to get out of here, and we will move on. So until next time, play nice. I'll see you later.